Grumpy old gay rant of the afternoon, and today I had an epiphany. So a couple weeks back, I had a TikTok that kind of blew up, and now that I think about it, I was wearing this exact same shirt about the importance of my students at the college level reading the textbook, and they don't want to read it. And then I talked to my friends that teach in the high schools and the middle schools, and it seems like that they have taken textbooks out of schools in general. Do you think this is why we're graduating so many dumb and gullible people? Hear me out. I don't want my students to just sit there like a bunch of baby birds and trust me as a fountain of information. For example, microbiology starting soon, and one of the things that we cover in the beginning is the difference between a gram-positive and a gram-negative bacteria. And when I tell them what the difference is, why are they just taking my word for it? Why aren't they asking me questions like, well, how do you know? That's a great question. There's this really cool experiment that we do called gram staining. And if that doesn't answer your question enough, we actually have powerful microscopes now that can actually measure the thickness of the peptidoglycan layer in the two different types of bacteria. And that allows us to determine whether we use this antibiotic to treat it or this antibiotic to treat it. You should not just believe me and take my word for it just because I'm the professor. Well, how do you know that that antibiotic's going to work? Great question. In the book, they describe these really, really cool experiments called the Kirby-Bauer method, where you can actually see which type of antibiotic is more effective in inhibiting whatever type of bacteria we're talking about. Nobody asks those questions anymore, and they refuse to read the fucking book. They're just basing their knowledge off of secondhand information that they're getting from their professor. And then we wonder why so many people believe something that someone else told them, even when they're college educated with master's and doctoral degrees. My grandmother told me that she read on Facebook that lesbian werewolf hookers are coming in from Mexico. And it all stems back from no one wanting to acquire the knowledge on their own and using a teacher or professor to validate, hey, am I getting this right? Because apparently teaching from a textbook is bad. That's all.